What's up, guys? Another FACEIT stream here. Like I said in stream announcement, I'm a little bit ill today, so if I do anything that's particularly stupid or cast especially shit, then care that. I'm battling God right now. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Um, but no, standard games today. What's 1-0 versus Vision Esports. Second time actually this week we've had Vision on. What's 1-0 might be slightly harder than their previous opponent. SRP check did kind of get steamrolled and some strong players, at least on paper, on Wasp 1-0. Right now in FACEIT League, they're 3-3. So that means with the FF coming through, they are currently negative. Wins against Lil Ducks, Gas Tier 3, losses against Arius, Gibble Mirai, Dreamlight. That's a loss in the Ball Mirror. Dreamlight, particularly rough loss to take, as Dreamlight have also been trending downwards recently. I would imagine the Vision Esports will be a little bit harder. So we'll see how that's going to work out as we wait for the veto to run through. We get the game started. I have been reminded to enable my extra chat rewards, so I'll do that. I'm feeling slightly ill today, so be gentle with me. I'm kind of fighting God right now, but that's how it be. That's how it be. I can't bellyache forever. Be doot doot doot. Can I emergency ring for Scrim? I am streaming. FACEIT. Too late, bro. Too late. Also, I've done a lot of ringing in, I'm not going to call it piss low, but median elo recently, and I need a break. Oasis going to be map number 1. Let's see if Choice One actually disables streamer mode this time, because last time he had it on, and it was driving me absolutely bananas. Please. This is like a public service announcement to all FACEIT players. Turn off streamer mode. It makes my life so much harder. Waiting on veto, and we'll be able to head in. See if everything's set up on my end. Overlay is working probably. I haven't fucked anything up yet. Should be okay. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everything's going well. For me, like I mentioned, a bit sick. Had to wake up at crack of dawn, aka 9 a.m. So I'm feeling it a bit. But this is kind of like the world's smallest problem, so I can fucking deal with it. Still waiting on the ban to come through. These teams are taking their whole second when they get well soon. Yeah, I'll be fine tomorrow. I just have really bad hay fever. I have really bad hay fever, so I just spent all day sneezing and sneezed it. I feel like just like eepy. But it's like, it's very manageable. The only worst thing is, because as you might be able to see, I got my head on today, and I was sitting there while it was all getting fucking tightened up, and I was just trying not to sneeze. I was doing my fucking focusing my chi, getting my meditation in rather. Ryan, one of the bans of all time for Vision Esports, I guess Protect Tank, but you're playing into Ostrix, so why are we Protect banning Tank? It's a weird one, definitely. I assume it's gonna be a niche channel on the BAP because they're missing a support player. I'll soak them up for another day. Oh, very kind of you, man. Very, very kind. I hope this isn't an FF, otherwise I'll do my best to get on another game, so it'll be just a temporary pause. I'm a little bit worried about their eligibility. And I think FACEIT teams do have a habit of exploding. Falling Sand did one earlier. According to those, we can maybe do 801 go. That's a murder attempt, boss man. That is a murder attempt. I'm pretty happy living in general. So, please don't. Spectre on low. Spectre on low is real. Spectre on low is objectively real. I'm sorry to tell you. Game's on hold, so I don't know what's happening here. I'd really rather they actually played. So you don't have to stare at this. And I don't have to stare at that, which is right now. Got zero information. I'll show you guys at least, so I don't just feel like I'm talking into the void. There we go. There we go. This is all information we have actively. Bit peak, as you can see. I assume Moswano can field people. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Veto for the third time? I woke up at 7 and didn't go to school till 11. Real. Can't revise at home. I get it, but I'm also the type where, like, I need, like, a lot of control over my environment to, like, properly study. So I need to go somewhere where I'm not at home because then I'll just play games, but also where there's not a lot of noise because otherwise I'll just get distracted. So I'm normally a coffee shop studier. That's normally my game plan. Okay, Keela's in. So I can only assume that this is finally everything sorted out. We can go in, you know, third time's the charm. But at this point, man, I don't trust anything. You know? Once we are in lobby playing the game, that's when I know we're started. I feel like they don't play Ostrix tank as a ball man. I'm aware. Ostrix is good, to be fair. Though I think he definitely does suffer from not having, like, a standard tank player. Oni-chan is, like, functional, but, you know, the level of output, it just isn't the same, right? To be fair, Waspano also, I mean, they're pretty good at making enemies for themselves, unfortunately, so I think they might struggle to recruit people. Okay, ball ban. This one makes a little bit more sense. They're getting it out there. Any-chan will be starting. I would very much expect. Waspano, I've got the ban playing into this team. You probably want to be targeting double flex comps if you don't rate Violet's main support. Well, Violet v Orange is also just a deeply unserious backline, so we'll see how things are going to play out. Lineup being finalized, and we'll be able to get in, hopefully, pretty fast. So we'll see exactly what the shebang is going to be. So, lobby invites through. There's a, believe, a German language broadcast, so if you speak that language, then do tune in to Vasil. I can't play games anymore anyway. Well, I mean, even if I didn't have games, I would find some other stupid way of distracting myself. I'm very distractible. I'm a very distractible person. Let's do that. And then Vision Ban, Wrecking Ball, and Freya Ban. But I'll read comics. I'll start cooking. I'll do anything. If I go to school, I get judged. I don't work there from school before. I get it. We are waiting on 2 players to join. Then we'll be going in. I believe we've got No, it's hard to tell because Violet and Albert in the lobby. We also have a Shimmer mode on because we hate fun. I'm messaging Skang just in case there's a chance. Turn off stream mode. There we go. Ossius was talking shit about the once and ball a couple of days. Oh, I saw that! Yeah, I mean, I get it. You're playing against Wansum. He's a character. He's a character. I saw Wansum's response was something like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to do, basically. Anyhow, we're in. So it's, everybody. Just choice how I'm going to be the, streamer mode player. Waiting for comp, but with bans being Freya and Wrecking Ball, then, you know, I feel like these are pretty unsurprising. Freya's annoying. Slow Life doesn't love it, apparently. And Ball is because you're playing against Ostrix, but they are going to be playing the Ostrix Orisa. See how this is going to work out. Violet on the Juno. Albert, I assume, will be starting break. Anna here is playable, but I wouldn't be so certain about it, I'll put it that way. Slowdive, Cassidy, Radiohead the same. We're playing essentially a full mirror, one would expect the only difference maybe could be like a Genji v Tracer. Tracer on the Tracer, Hev on the Genji. Yeah, get it. I'm a musician, so I practice all day as improvising. Yeah, exactly. So the Tracer generally can play a little bit slower. Genji has to play more cyclically, but those cycles are a little bit more powerful. Tracer on as well. A little bit easier to maintain, hold, take the side space. The follow-up could have been there, but the shots just aren't, unfortunately. Plenty of low HP players for Vision Esports. But, nobody yet falling. Tracer One does his best, and this time it is enough. Found a trade. Will the same happen, though, on to Tama as Choi backs off. Tama has the gold stay alive. The healing of the Juno Brig both is more than sustainable to keep him alive. And so Life looks to hit a tag. Oh, Terra Surge in for Tama and Radiohead down for it. Great missiles and easy there for Vision Esports. 18% given over, but you'll absolutely take that every damn day of the week, right? I mean, 18% is basically nothing. And Vision Esports, okay, that's a bit awkward. Choi meets his maker, the hands of the fist of radio ahead, 4v5. They've got to figure out a way to clutch this, and Rally might be the way to do it. Tama does his best to bunker down in the corner. You've got the Deadite from the back of the point, shielded by Halber. Scottish Guardian doing his best. Mirrored out, though, by the other side. Terra Surge. Won't do too much damage. The Orbital Ray used to push into the sight lines. This time with the Rally being popped a little bit earlier for a niche, and Alba gets the later one. Hev pulls the blade. Slashes through one. Looks for more. Won't be able to find it through. Recall is there in time. And with Violet being taken care of by Hev, Flip's been found. 60%. Not bad progress, but you really don't want Choice A1 to be staggered. He'll be able to escape. Ult's pretty dry for both these sides. Hammer head of lot closer to Terra Surge, though, which means heading into this next fight, the ult lead for Vision Esports. But Choi with no recall, no space. He's going to favor the Genji composition. Great pick from Slowdive. We try and find a little bit more. Great dink. Ostrix falls. And kind of a non-starter of a fight here. Vision Esports walk back. They shoot people in the head. Or Slowdive does even. And we're back in control of the point. You maintain the lead. You know, Buck stops at 54%. And into this next fight, you're still ahead on basically every check mark that matters, right? You've got Terra Surge, Deadeye Pulse. Any combination of the pull and one of the DPS ults should be more than enough to wipe out their opponents. So at least what's approaching the final time. Deadeye! Nitrox is insta-dead. No chance to play. Unfortunate for the flex support. Slowdive mirrored out with the Terra Surge and will be traded. 2 for 2. Both casters, both breaks off the board, but like I've been saying time and time again, Vision Esports a little bit closer to the check marks that matter. Tama as well, having that level 3 perk, the shield. So beneficial, so overpowered. There's a reason Orisa was maybe not omnipresent, but really bloody frequent in OW1. 99%. Tama considers jamming the choke with his ultimate ability. Doesn't lose it just yet. Waiting for the Violet Ray by the looks of things. Radiohead falls. Mirrored out, at least by the rally of your opponent. Slowdive taking so much damage, but he'll be allowed to survive. Blade pulled from Hev. He's trying to find something to slash. I mean, 100 damage is nice onto Alba, but it almost cost him his life due to the shield bash. Obviously coming with that CC during the rally channel time. Trade 1 for 1. Choice A1 for an enchant. The fighter going down. Then it might be the flip coming through. With Nitrox being traded on the other side of things, as Alary's missing for both sides of the equation. Slowdive is doing a good job maintaining the pressure on the Genji, but he misses the shot just at the crucial moment. Great stick onto Ostrix. But the point is still being contested. Choice A1 still there. Forced off though finally. And Vision Esports give over the flip. A broadside onto Choi. Not ideal. Ult's far from everyone but Ostrix. See how the ball OCP turned to Auric player. Can make use of this check mark. So he walks up. Obviously, mirror on the shield perk. That thing is crazy. The shield has its use case, but not here. Or spear, rather. Nobody really wants to tangle with the ability. They have no full weathers here, so they're just playing a very extended poke phase. No, with the tracer, it will favor them. Pressure onto Ostrix now. Gold out. Ostrix, 200 HP. If he gets looked at rather at all, he's going to end up falling. So the Terrors are just used to give him a fresh bar of HP. The banishment of Ostrix, or Atama rather, into the low ground of that point means that both Larissa's are brawling underneath in the void. But with Nitrox being the first fatality, Violet traded out. Again, it's a Juno-less engagement. Rally popped for Onichan. Going to give a pretty huge lead. A pretty huge advantage here. Alba just doesn't have the chance to mirror it out just yet. He hopes to. It's there, finally. But is it enough? Is it strong enough? It doesn't seem like it right now. Does his best to hold on to life at 99%. Can there even be a touch? Absolutely not. 100 to 99. Incredibly close. But it seems like it's so far a lead to Wasp. Oh no. Take a quick look at the statistics. Lead in damage quite significantly from Tama. Turns to death. Radiohead's had more than a couple, unfortunately, but the rest of the team's battening down the hatches. Have 2 deaths is pretty impressive, actually. You'd expect having to match a player of Choice Everyone's caliber, he'd be going down a little bit more. But it's pretty clear that right now, this is a game decided by very, very thin margins. Violet does ring nothing for the voices. See if he goes to the sideways ring or just launched it through his team to make it easy. Through his team, but does have the benefit of the symmetric teleporter to, you know, balance that out. A lot of damage already onto Vision Esports. They're getting kind of worked here. So, a team effort from Wasp. No, but Albert falls. Violet should be able to get out if he doesn't spend so much time off angling for no reason. But not really giving the opposing team an opportunity to punish. I say that as he gets speared, but hey, he's okay. That's GOAT for you. So we step up to the plate once again. Behind in basically every ultimate. Got a short lead on the Terror Surge, but that is it. And I feel like you just play for the outside space, hope that somebody hits a shot, because I mean, you have no other macro objectives to really play towards. Tama out of that support LOS is a problem. Yes, Violet can get this chip damage in, but it's just not that effective with the damage fall off. Violet ducks, weaves, but eventually will go down to Hev, who's able to escape intact. Tama's down low, and another fight in favor of Wasp. No. Vision Esports apparently not feeding themselves today. 3 kills, though, just appear, explode out of nowhere. Great work from Choice 01 especially to find the double. And it feels like the DPS and Alba have just clutched things up. Fair enough. No idea how they did it, but Vision Esports now on the board here on Gardens. Close Terror Surge, close Rally. I'd like to ideally play for an aggressive Rally fight, but tempo taken first by Wasp. No, by means of the Deadeye. Spear will cancel it out and always cancel Radiohead out permanently. 29 HP is what he's going to survive on. Violet drops low, but the strafing's good enough, and with no Hev to speak of, then slow dive. Hey, 6 shoots are more than strong enough. The remaining players just reset. They know that 3v5 they don't have a chance, and they'd rather not donate the ult charge, finish off the check marks that remain. But hey, perfect fight there for Vision Esports. You didn't spend a thing. You get one out of your opposition? You'll take it, right? You'll absolutely take that. So if you play... Ooh. Any sort of ult fight here, then it's probably end being, 50-50. The Blade more effective, obviously, than Pulse One can ever really be. That not saying it's no ultimate, but your chance of success into the Orisa relatively low. Choice here one just explodes though. No chance to invest that. Pull into the Deadeye. Nitrix and Hev both obliterated. Ostrix answers that with one of his own, but the impact is simply not the same, right? And so with that, one fight territory reached from Vision Esports, close to closing the gap between both sides. We'll make it 1-1 apiece. Hev, as his back turns to slow dive, never a play side, particularly want to be. Nitrox with the Ray, has to live. Ultimate pops out, the healing is going to allow him to survive as he walks with it, but shooting the Orisa, the amount of value he's getting, it's just not what you're really looking for, right? Tracer 1 dead again, something we've been saying. Feels like more than a little bit today. But is it enough? That's what we have to wait and see. I assume with Pytel dying it will be. But there is at least one found from Slowdive who feels like has been lights out. Nitrox is his best to survive, and will succeed in that. But Nitrox, surely not long for this. Well, I look, Choice there 1, 3, 2 HP, now 0. Feels like it could be the end for Wasp-No, at least here in Gardens. And shall be. We need to be a truly generational clutch from Radiohead. It just decides to give it up. Iquite, Olo4, Teach Me, all thanks so much for the follows. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day and enjoy the stream. Remember, as you can see, I am on a 2 minutes delay, so it'll take me a second to get there. Take another look at statistics, see if anything stands out a little bit. 10 deaths for Radiohead. Slowdive leaving for 7, but also 12k damage. Feels like stepped up a little bit. Putting in great work from the Cassidy. No reasons to change these comps, even though this map has a little bit more verticality. So high ground taken by Vision. Low by Wasp. A lot of this matchup is decided by how long you really can hold for high ground for, how much advantage you can eke out of it. Now Tama forced to drop and separates from the rest of his team. There's a certain lack of damage there that the Orisa on their own possesses. That being said, the rest of his team still has some very strong positioning to do with what they will. Slow dive. Truly a dead man walking here. Easy for Ostrix. Just plugs that pick. Tama, though. Orisa gap tries to force it. Not capable of doing it. Not able to. This is such an awkward fight, but you just lack the damage to really follow things up with no Cassidy. And so, choice here 1. Tama both end up falling. First cap for the 3rd time today. Wasp-No. Seem perfectly confident in these first fights, but it feels like most momentum is out of their grasp. There's not an insane amount they can do. Speaking of, great pick from a Slowdive. Something we've been seeing a lot from him in these latter rounds. Opening value. What more is there to say, though? As Ostrix tries to figure out how to survive. On the front line, no shield, no gold, running out of resources. But a Terror Surge functions pretty effectively as one. Slowdive doesn't miss a dink. And so we are able to trade out, at least for the 1. Ray out, Slowdive no roll, but we'll be able to survive just with some quick feet. Tracer angle could be good, but he's able to escape it. Nitrox, not somewhere. Personally, I'd like my Juno to stand. And Flip will come through. 75-ish% is not bad progress whatsoever. And so, Wasp-No can be more than happy about how this round has progressed. They need 1 flip, 1 touch, I think, to close out the map, start this series 1-0. But, hell of a lot easier said than done. Deadeye is going to make Ostrix's life pretty unpleasant. At the end of the day, just forcing a cycle of a Orisa cooldown is not the end of the world by any means. Ostrix walks up and begins to fight. Tama loses a lot of HP. See if he's factored that into his equations or whether he's made a fatal miscalculation. For now, seems like much more of the latter as Hev's melee is what finally finishes off the horse. So push up as well. Remember, 80% left to go. Slow dive and the rest, for the most part, should be able to escape safely. Albert, no shield. A little bit worried about, but hey, the result's the same. You've got one more recontest. You need the Ray for it. So Violet finishing this off is going to be instrumental. Can he manage it? Or does he go for a classic Violet play and int it all away for no reason? Keeps Tama stable for now, but Vision feel like they can't take a risk. And to be fair, they don't have the capabilities to. Ray, surely launched sooner rather than later, waiting for their opportunity, now dropped. And it's only Violet who can play it. Slowdive does his best, but he's chasing after it rather than anything else. Alba's rally is used to try and peel off one, but it won't actually succeed. Slowdive still obviously living. Bash is decent, but nobody's even on the cart, dude. What is that? Proper C9 as Wasp-0. Unexpectedly, perhaps, able to take their first map of Vision Esports. Take a gander at least at this Terra Surge of Ostrix, I assume. Oh no, he's just free shooting. This is his first fight of second point. Didn't have to play. Not how I think we expected this to go. But interesting. Statistically, anything interesting at the end? It was Keela, that's Radiohead, leading the server in terms of eliminations, in terms of deaths rather, on 11. On the side of Vision Esports, it was Slowdive with most deaths. And almost most damage and elimination, second only to Tama, who on the Orisa, I mean, makes it pretty easy to farm stats for that character. Very, very strong right now. But, in general, was going to be pretty happy with how things went. Map 2. King's Row. Vision have first ban. They've already used the bull ban, so curious to see exactly what they want to go to next. Could ban Freya themselves, perhaps. But Slowdive has some pretty effects on it as well. You're probably more likely to target an Alba if I were to expect anything, right? Not saying he's got a particularly limited hero pool, but you generally would look at the backline if you were to punish anything. Choice here one, Slowdive, generally pretty wide open. Max May, thanks so much for the follow. Very kind, man. Hope you're enjoying the stream. See if they want to commit to that. Cassidy. Interesting, actually. Hit scan bans you normally don't see outside of, like, Soj, well, Freya, right? Because you either play Freya or you play the worst hit scan. And if you want to play another hit scan, Cassidy, very rarely one you'd consider, at least on paper, to be the really strong one, right? But it ain't take too long to get into lobby, so we'll be in pretty quick. Choice here one's taken off fucking streamer mode. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, gotta update bans. Sides are flipped. Bans are cast break, so they did end up going for the backline ban as I predicted. And Vision Esports, of course, Cassidy. So I feel like generally a more standard ban coming from Wasp-0. Would it be enough to take the W? We'll have to wait and see. Here we go. Oh, Choice I want to turn it back on. Gunny? Is that a streamer mode? Apparently. He had it off for 1 second, but it's back on. Am I going insane? You guys on stream could also see that, right? Right? I'd hope so, at least. Either that or I am just proper misplacing the old marbles. Okay, comp-wise. Ostrix is on ball. I, for one, am absolutely fucking shocked. Double flex helps you play extended poke. It's like this. I probably prefer it with a Kiriko rather than a Juno. I think Juno doesn't do enough damage. It's too vulnerable. And also, you can't find ult value with the ball, in my opinion. But hey, it's what they want to end up playing. I mean, ManX probably does know better than me, being the coach and all that. That's just what my gut feels like. Tracer, one of the Pharah. Now Tracer, slow dive on the Freya. Remember, this was what was banned out on that previous. See how much effect it has. Decent ball counter, actually. As you can see, Ostrix's HP kind of evaporates. Oh, it dodges the lamp. Has to wait for the regular healing for slow dive, but he'll survive. Ostrix just dead already. Ask for a pause? That's not how it works, man. You gotta leave the game, unfortunately. And Shargle, thanks so much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream, man. Retake, can it come through? You've got Ostrix here in time for it. Nade, I believe invested, doesn't connect onto too much. So Dive tries to find a double tag, but won't succeed. Doesn't matter though. Heaven out the member to die. Anichan stuck in a corner. Very soon, surely stuck in Tataris. Ostrix poked out. Cap comes through. And ball on King's Row is unfortunate. I understand that Ostrix is fantastic at this hero, but there's a certain amount of, I mean, what are we even doing on it, right? One trick or not, the value that Ostrix has found so far has been low. That being said, Tower overextends. Doesn't particularly matter, considering the card's not yet through the archway. But it could be a punish in the future. Right now, Hev establishes the angle. Alba lets him know that his presence has been noted and is no longer welcome. Some free damage onto the enemy Tracer. Violet picked off by Radiohead there. Ostrix takes care of Choi. And what's about now? Find the spawn hold. Can they keep it going consistently? That's going to be the question. Thanks for casting this game, by the way. Of course. That's what I'm here for. Earthback Steel doesn't come through. Hev has to run as far as he humanely can. But he'll be able to survive. He'll be okay. Bowler shot. Flies by basically everybody. Mine's invested. Beat as well for Alba is going to stop Violet from being pulsed. Hev considered it again, but seeing the window decides that maybe it's just no bueno. I can look at him actually salivate for it, but after Solo has found the rest of his team, the timing's just not worth. He's spotted here though, so a chase. I mean, a fox hunter, I suppose, of sorts, could begin to come through. 5 ads, sad. I don't know quite how to say that. Anyway, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Surely the chase onto Choice1, who's able to get the health pack. And now with the Lucio support, we'll be able to survive. Ray popped on main. What value can we find from it? Stick on to Nitrox means that we're only working with one support right now. Hev still waiting for his moment. Not really seeing an opportunity just yet as the remaining members of his team will get wiped out. Plim, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. With any luck, it continues. Because Vision Esports now decided to start cooking with gas. There will be time for a touch before the retake. Will there be time for a fantastic fight? That we haven't seen yet. Spear almost banishes Nitrox to the Nether Realm, but they'll be so lucky as to survive. Ostrix the same. Could not be said as Slowdive does the Freya thing. The hero, I'll say it, needs another nerf. After the couple she's already received, just so powerful. Hev is crazy underrated. I haven't thought about that so far, but I've definitely seen him put on performances. Oh, the one shot through the window. Oh, not even allowed to play. Now you mention that, though, I will take a proper look at Hev, really try and figure out what he can and can't do. The double tap. I mean, the bowler shot for good measure. Slow dive makes absolutely certain that there is no Freya player on the other side of the board to contest him. Slam comes through, this time not booped off the map. Oh, but you can smell it, though. Was thinking about it. Why peeking the Freya is bold at the best of times. But this time not punished for it too hard. Only the one tag connecting. And with slow dive meeting his maker. Wasp can chill here. Hold for a bit. Violet low, beat Willilam to survive. Boulder shot invested. Keeps Alba softened up, but the left click to take aim. Bolt still not finishing up just yet. Hev tries his hand, but the pulse pistol's not there either. Violet taken down by the slam this time. I would assume upgraded with that hang time perk, making it so powerful. And the remaining members of Vision Esports now mopped up. Waspono down to the final 2 minutes, finding a pretty strong hold on this third point, but how strong can they make it? That's got to be the real question. Because there is a world of difference to finish with no time on the bank to a finish with, you know, a minute and a half to no finish at all. Hev makes some of the more optimal options for Vision Esports more of a possibility. Tama, the only person who's in. Terra Surge could be big. Radiohead falling pretty large and eating plenty of damage as Ostrix. And we're just spawn camping now at this point. Fair enough. Great little gold there to dodge the sleep dart. Spear won't get a kill, but honestly could have. So much pressure being put out from Tama. Maybe too much. Cost him his life. With slow dive respawning, it seems like the entirety of what Vision Esports, sorry. There's, I mean, for lack of a better phrase, right? They couldn't hang. High value slam. Mines, if you weren't already, sorry. Already online. Boulder shot through Alba. Not the intended recipient. Apparently that was choice there. What, Alba? Your ass was not slammed. You just jumped, bro. Right, every time I leave to go eat dinner, Vision drop a map. It's all you. You're not allowed to eat when Vision are playing. Skeng, get this guy in a contract rather, expediently. He's on a hunger strike to the W. Slow dive. Maybe a dead man walking. Hev tries his best to find the assassination. He's cleared. Pulse spacing. Gained and lost. Violet catching the beat late. Hev cleared. We'll be able to survive at least for now. Pulse onto the Diva mech. Boring, but it gets the job done. No C9 just yet. But continuing to keep the parts stalled out is an issue for Vision Esports when they will not be able to rectify. 2-0. 68 meters. Decent progress. Decent, but not the completion that it could have been. 2 seconds, folks. I'm going to get water and a jacket because I'm cold and thirsty both. If anything exciting happens, I'll just put it on, like, who's going to do something interesting? We'll just sit on slow dive Pov, and then hope he just kills people.
Let's get to it. Hi.
Hi there. Hi. Hiya. Hiya.
Yeah, nothing happened. I was safe anyway. So far, no big surprises. Violet. Oh, shit. On the Alari. Fat finger my channels button. Very passive positioning. He does not want to die to this ball. Can't be said, though, about Alba, who's under a bit more heat than maybe he was looking for. You trade Ostrix for Slowdive, though. That's just worth. Basically all the time. As long as your Anna can then live. Yeah, easy for him. Ostrix will be back a bit faster. So we do need to press the advantage somewhat, and we're not able to do that. Can I take payment in the form of Violet Ajax pops? If Violet Ajaxes, I will do my best to catch it. Not an Ajax here, but surely he'll be going down. Lives on 5 points of health. But thankfully the pylon, combined with the support of Alba, enough to survive for now. Slammed. Boot back. He's just chilling. Ostrix is low. And it seems like this double flex background is causing problems for the ball player. Let me say, we're piloting so far back. They're not even interested in holding this kind of courtyard space. They know that they're going to be looked at. So I'd rather just play for the fullback entirely. I suppose when you're playing against the ball, then any sort of even remotely aggressive pylon will just be broken, you know, semi-instantly. Captive summon in line. Remember, Violet has a habit of launching these things into basically anything but the enemy team. This time just plays for the pole. Nano Ostrix. Annoying as all hell to deal with, especially with there's no such thing as a sleep dart to take care of anybody else. Nano boosted in terms of extra damage he's dealt, though. Relatively little. A single body shot onto head means the Spear of Tama one-shots, though. Violet holds. Waiting for him to utilize this ultimate, but it's not coming out just yet. What is Ostrix up to, by the way? I'm calling this like some Spider-Man shit. Bro he's lurking. He thinks he's Batman. And he might beat the drop down onto Violet. Sun launched, will hit nothing, as he normally does. Ostrix is forced out, but I guess as for a Captive Sun to live, it wasn't disastrous, right? Reposition over to the height. Ostrix doing his thing. Just releases to Nishan on Juno, no way. How are they winning? I couldn't tell you. To be fair, winning is strong phrasing so far. They're competitive still. Ostrix, 1 for 1. Typically worth. Is it here? Seems like it. Lovely steep dodge. Lovely fatality. Slow dive. Might as well throw his body on. But his chance for clutch almost negative. The code looks like women thirsty for Spectreon. If only that was true. Stick onto Tama, rip Bozo, bro. We trade plenty of players back and forth. Waiting to see if anybody can eke out some type of lead. Surely it's going to be Vision Esports stabilizing as Slowdive does his absolute utmost. He's trying his hardest out here, but he just doesn't hit enough. Jacob, yeah, I'm sure it's an E-Chan. No comment, bro. No comment. So we're on Bull Genji Tracer heading into second Point Kings Row. This is tricky. This is tricky. What do you really hit onto? We'll have to wait and see. You're kind of, I would assume, looking to play the longest poke phase possible. hoping things kind of work out. Nanoboost onto Ostrix is the game plan by the looks of things, as Nitrox, the first of full choice they want, finds a relatively easy opener. And Slowdive, a double as well. Nanoboost onto Violet appears to be the game here 9 times out of 10. Bull and Tracy needs to go in the same time. Tracy gets up by Risk every time. Bull just gets destroyed alone. I mean, the game plan, I suppose, of Vision is to make it so that doesn't happen, right? They want to keep both poked out. They can do it one at a time. 3C1, maybe it's a different story. But it's pretty hard to work out. With the logistics. Ostrix, slam, dodged by Albert. Zed lesed. Thank you so much for the follow. Ostrix is 12 HP. He gets the heal through, but is it enough? It seems like it. Radiohead with a blade. Able to find both supports in the backline. Health back! Oh, just missed. Violet's able to at least get his one. And with the two from Talma, then a hold has been found, but it is only the 2 remaining members of Vision Esports. Who else is there to really try and fight? Nobody at all, right? Like... I mean, nothing to shoot at. Violet kept his son out. Able to get the splash on the air and the kill onto the Freya. Plenty more work, though, needs to be done. And Violet's not going to be the one to do it. Nitrox does his best to keep his other support alive, and unfortunately the shot just doesn't connect. Neither does the sleep dart, as Tama trades his life for the frag. Just Alba, though. And against the guns of Hev, not crazy what he can do. Hev's getting hard marked by Choi, yeah. Wasp took a map. They did. It was Oasis in the Orisa mirror, actually. Generally, it was strong performance from, I believe, Radiohead and the Cassidy, mostly. Ostrix as well did manage to put in work, though. Nanoboost obviously invested for Ostrix. What has he found? Not a crazy amount. Just, yeah. Oh, we almost C9'd. Oh, we might C9 still. Both teams taking their time flirting with the cart. But neither's going to probably commit to the bit. Radio ahead. Dies the bowler shot. See exactly what the Freya can get done. Ostrix. I mean, it's just peak. Vision Esports able to equalize 1-on-1 here. Vision are just cursed on court. They really might be. Have a tendency to come up with some pretty crazy events. But it feels like when they lock in, then... not unstoppable, right? So, things I'm not going to say all good in the Vision Esports hood, but they're going to be a hell of a lot happy about this map than the previous, right? Right. See what's happening on the next. Watchpoint Jump are also going to be the map. Boss will now have first ban. I'd assume they just ban like Tama's Winston. It's kind of annoying for the ball. You're on Watchpoint. Yeah, they ban Winston. They don't make this too complicated. And second ban going to be from Vision? What do you get? You don't ban the break. You maybe want to play a flex stuff a decent amount. I would probably try and ban... I have no idea, actually. I genuinely have no idea what to ban. An unrelated note. Who sent Zest what looked like women's pajamas on his birthday? Huh. What? This genuinely baffled me. That's really odd. What? Okay. Way on lineup. We'll be going in momentarily. Vision shouldn't lose this fight. Let's see what fight we're on, actually. Take a look where streamers. Oh, yeah, yeah, they did not lose. With the power of hindsight. In terms of subs you can possibly make, one's still available for Vision Esports, QRXU and Orange for their opponents. Fairy Tale, what's up? We were just talking about you yesterday, actually. Some very nice words by your Symmetra was said by some of your teammates. They seem to fuck with it heavy. I have a feeling, by the way, that the entire clock's gonna be ran out this time. I don't know why. Just got. Oh no! As soon as I say that, we go in. Fair enough. So the bans are Genji actually for Vision. Fair enough. The double flex has been an annoyance for them. Might as well just deal with it. So it's a Vision Esports who ban. Yes, that says alright. Genji. And the Winston ban from their opposition. Here we go. Here we are. Defensively, we're continuing the double flex. It feels kind of weird to have Violet, Anna, Alba Brig on your team and just not want to play it. Not want to win the ban, maybe ban Genji. Good read, yeah. Yeah. You had the correct thinking. There on time. Zep up post or this PO box with birthday on Instagram. Ah, I see. And we pause. That's cool. Curious to see what's up with this. I can't type. I'm so sorry. Some of those are definitely not going to fit him. He can figure something out. He also sends some Dior. That's crazy. Dude, I got to open up a PO box, see if you get sent Dior. You know? Like, that would be blessed. I'll type every goal in match chat. France v Spain, I'm playing Overwatch. Yeah, they might have figured out a new way to do mental warfare against Ostrix. I have no idea what the problem is right now, by the way. Let's see if I can find it on the FACEIT page. Vision Esports have used one of their pauses. They'll be in 45 seconds. I can only assume a coach pause. And yep, that's going to be the resume. Might get sub-tank. So, Vision Esports called that pause. I can only assume they're fine. Tama is still in spawn. Where's my Tama? He'll be a little bit late, starting on the Diva. It's kind of your only option on this map if you're not a ball one trick and, well, this is banned. He's staring at the camera. You scared Poro at me. Yeah, bro, he scares me. Bro, I'm not... Poro, bro, what... I promise, I ain't got beef with you, like... Why am I always hearing that I've terrified you? This is fucked. I'm just trying to be nice, man. Interesting forcing the Alari. Well, I haven't seen a crazy amount of Vision. I would expect it's just because of the ball more than anything else. Just knowing Alba Zero Pull. Because his Brig is so good, right? In on the backline. Plenty of players low. It's Tama actually who has to stop Cart. So... Sure, he gets up to his own stuff. Oh, he just gets shot. He's naded. There's no res. Big kill to give over. Remember how close the attacking spawn is. How far the defending spawn is. So even though both respawning just now, Ostrix is back in the fight in 2 seconds. Whereas Choice 1 is in bloody Narnia. So like fighting for his life, but these nades are in pristine from Nitrox. Again, it's a 1-for-1 trade. Again, the closer spawns are significantly going to favor the attackers. But they can't... Can't really move without the tank fighting some level of pressure. But when they talk about the sim, they're just glazing it. Just came up in conversation. You know? It's regular discussion. If you're really curious, you can DM me afterwards. So I don't, like, leak the entire context of a random conversation on the stream. I'll send you some weights to help out. I fuck with that, honestly. Choice here one's just said, he really don't fuck with that. Then a boost onto Ostrix, but he is booped. Misses the wall jump as well. So this nano might actually do negative damage. But it's okay, because he breaks Pylon. We're really trying to look for any sort of scaling, and we're just not finding it. Deadeye. Gonna be the swing. Nano boost for Tama. Radiohead insta-dead. Rally pops, attempts to repressure. Sometimes Deadeye gonna be active. Alba tries to survive. Hev peeks into the 6-shooter sight lines, and now gonna be 6 feet under. And the whole gonna continue here for Vision Esports. It's been, I'm not gonna call it clean, but there's never been a point where they've really been losing just yet. None of Spitfire would like to disagree with that statement. I'm trying to remember what statement. Oh, yeah. Well, they were doing some pretty generational stuff back in the day. I'm not going to go so far as to describe it as good, but it worked if you had, like, enough Symmetra brain cells. Which, like, nobody does nowadays. Nade misses. Flash also won't connect, but the sleep onto Ostrix might be enough to punish him anyhow. Slowdive a smidge forward. The Pylon going to help him survive. Dude, anytime Slowdive peeks, he's just on half HP. Mines for Ostrix. Slowdive. Rip Bozo, man. You just got no chance to play. Alba being threatened. And punished. Hev and the sync up with the ball more than enough. Hev does his God-given job of forcing Cart for a little while. But he can't stay in indefinitely, right? Five seconds left to go. Hev or Ostrix have to be the touches. 2 seconds. Overtime will be started, but Hev hacked up, maybe punished. Recall that. At least this time in time. That nade is so beautiful, right? From downtown Alba, the main support shows up on Flex and pops off. Pulse Bomb will pop Tama out of mech, but the self-destruct is very close to popping a member of the opposition. Ewan, thanks so much for the raid, bro. 33. Oh, we had a great stream. Glad to see more people getting in and covering the FACEIT matches. You've been doing good shit. Alex, thanks so much for the follow. And obviously the whole came through. It was all clean up there from Vision Esports. They are in cruise control mode right now. So, slightly under 70 meters is where all the cars to go to. This is going to be about one fight territory. Unless you want to go for some weird spawn hold stuff. Because your options are either, like, spawn hold with, like, Ryan or something, and literally don't let them move car at all. And, like, mainly use, like, the side door. Like, actually, like, holding their actual spawn doors. Or you play a standard defense where Tracer can force to, like, here, and then play, like, the high ground to mark. Which feels terrible, but, like, what else are you supposed to do? Statistats. Ostrix 4 deaths. Not what you want from your ball player. He's also on 2,000 damage, which is really not what you want from your ball player. You need Lana hitting those insane back shots. That helps as well, don't it? When you're playing the Spitfire comp. But no, I think with the Spitfire, it was just having those, like... They had a hive mind. They did the exact same thing. They were all so fast with those symmetrical rotations. It was so impressive. Yo, what's up, Friday? Thanks so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream, man. Double raid, whoa. I know, right? I'm feeling like Mr. Popular over here. By the way, it's a sim start to reach the high ground. Or to rotate your Ana, I believe. From Choice A1. Radiohead? How in God's name are we entered that hard? Did he get booped in? He can't have been pulled. I have no idea how he was in there. Ostrix is dead. That's it for the map. I have no idea how he's in. Maybe somebody saw that. But ew, by the way, Hev just got packed up. Lovely work from Vision here as they close out the map. I guess you can touch. Maybe Hev has got that as a possibility. But more than that seems way too much to ask. 4 meters, 6 centimeters the difference. No Cassidy. No Violet. Maybe there's a chance for the holds. But with Oni-chan and Nitrox both dying, I don't know. Attacker's advantage wins this. Pro, get off the derpy. Bomb out. Clears off Hev. 3 centimeters the difference maker. Surely they can't stay on forever. It is just Ostrix, but he just has to leave. Took some bit longer, but I can't lie, guys. I'm not quite sure attacking advantage was the difference maker here. For whatever reason. But like, again, I just want to know what happens to the Cassidy. Because I'm just chilling. I see him boops off. Maybe like it was a fly from Tama. Because if so, that'd be really impressive. Oh, thanks so much for the follows, by the way. SXJ and Friday. You guys have always been homies. Yeah, no team does that anymore. It's unfortunate. We're losing the ancient secrets. That map was a bit peak. 2 and 7 from Keeler / Radiohead. 0.29 KD. Ostrix only 4,000 damage, unfortunately. No member of Watano really got activated there. Waiting on next map pick, next ban. We can go into that. Stream was chill. Clean 3-0 for Arion. You love to see it. I suppose if you're a fan of Arion, other Airy-based orgs. Runasapi, map choice. Fair enough. They're banned. Wouldn't hate an Orisa ban, honestly. I think that would be a pretty strong choice in the flat map. Would somewhat restrict Tama's options. Magra as well also be pretty valid. I do think you have to ban a tank. Because what else do you really go for? Can't believe Wasp were taking a map. They were just really sloppy map number 1. Mr. Skunk. It was just really, really sloppy. Some good shots being hit from Wasp as well, to be fair. But I didn't think they would take him up. And I especially didn't think they would take the Wrecking Ball mirror map, right? I'd never have that on my cards. Or the Wrecking Ball band map, rather. Apologies for the misspeak. But, you know, it's what happened. We're going to have to live with it. First thing going to be Ana. I'm not sure it's a great ban from Wasp. I guess it's annoying, but how much has Ana really played on flat ground maps? She's so strong to the high ground. She doesn't have that. You know, Juno's a lot more common. For this team, maybe you're more likely to play it, but I'm not sure I don't agree with it. Maybe it's a protect ban for the supports of Wasp? I got zero idea. Have the greedy position below the cart, yeah. And second man going to be Tracer. It's the Vision ban, so I'm not much mistaken. I'm not sure why we banned Tracer. But is we're trying to force the Genji or Pharah? Let's see, I guess. I'm gonna check. Just because, you know, it's good to make sure of these things. Let's see. Yeah, Tracer. Just making sure. Just had to make sure I wasn't totally losing my marble. So, Tracer ban for Vision Esports. I can only assume they're going to play like Pharah or something. Or some really like punishable backline. Give us the Doom map, please, Anichan. Anichan is not playing Doom. That guy is locked in onto support. For whatever reason. I assume Ange. So we're not available today. We're just waiting on one more player to join. It's Choice A1. The other ban was Anna. Go. Sorry, no Doom. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. France not gonna win. Oh. Albert's chatting all this shit like Scotland has ever done well in an international football event. Listen, love to live here. It's been a wonderful place, but you know, you gotta learn to pick your battles, man. You gotta learn to pick your battles. Original Brig with the Sombra gives the EMP win cons good pressure onto the Freya if it's played. In exchange for a slightly worse side fight. They're in spawn, so I'm not commenting, but if they end up playing this, then all of... Man X, bro. What is this? Talk to me. Explain the vision. Explain the decision making. So, Genji's allowed. So we've got the Juno Break Core, gives you decent shooting. You put, I assume your resources mostly into Hev, basically, to do his own thing. He's going to have a huge advantage in the side fight, but other than that, what can he find? Apparently not a lot, as an Echan obliterated. Choice A1, lower than he'd like. But he'll be allowed to survive. Hev, same could not be said. Pretty easy here for Vision Esports, as they hope they can close this series out in pretty dominant fashion. Winning out this first fight, at the very least, is a pretty big first step to getting there. Radiohead dead. And Slowdive looks for a pick. Even though he's got the space, none shall materialize. We have no Ange because he has industry, so Ange is 7, and he has 7 for it. Okay, got it. Thank you for the information. Unfortunately, I hope he recovers as fast as possible. Tama low. Stuck in a corner as well. Will he be able to survive? It seems like it. And Ostrix now, as the table's turned upon him, obviously swapping off that ball over to the Arista, wants to mirror it out. Try and recapture rather, some of the lightning in the bottle that allowed Map 1 to be successful. Waspo now. This time with the Freyas being played though. Very much a different equation. Freya gap of sorts, right, of Slowdive. Steals the final blow at the very least onto his opposite number, but other than that, not much will change. Ostrix, has given up. Slowdive. He got hit with the fucking statue strat. I wouldn't have that. I believe he gets bad for the content. It would be great content. But we haven't really seen it manifest just yet, as Violet is in spawn shooting people. I'll explain our misery if you want, lol. Please. EMP, pretty big, yeah. From Choi, but 1 for 1 isn't ideal. Bodo shot invested onto Tama. I mean, that's basically negative, right? With the lack of CC, it doesn't really matter. Terra Surge, surely going to need to be used, but Tama's going to do his best to hold on to this ultimate. Rally out from Albert. Allows them brawl cons, but they're just going to use it to pull as far as they humanely can. The same, essentially, could be said of any chance. Ray, pop for Violet, mirrored out, Blade pulled for Hev, Slowdive dead, looks for more. Will he be able to find it? It seems so as Violet and Choi at Tama also. 4 kills for the Genji. Lovely work for Hev. Now his hero is unbanned and able to get the first proper fight win for Waspo now. Vay22, what's up, my man? Welcome to the stream. As soon as things begin to go in the favor of Waspo, it's a pick back and forth. Violet for Radiohead. Generally, you take that if you are Waspo, but it seems like in this particular instance, then they're not capable of capitalizing on the lack of healing. Unfortunately, they're shooting just too good from their opposition. Hev getting staggered a little bit, and he's gonna go down eventually. He could have locked in like slightly harder just to not made himself staggered, but I think he might be a bit checked out here, unfortunately. Just damage his single working. I see. Nitrox is one shot, actually. You've got to stay alive, man, and he won't be able to. The follow-up's there in time from Egg House. Or from Choice Tier 1, rather. See what he is getting up to now on the Sombra. EMP, close. Brig, dead. Hev, still hacked out. Does cancel the deflect. The rocket does good damage, but yeah, he'll be escaped. That being said, 120 meters to 3. And that EMP very well could be the end of it. Terra Surge invested, EMP catches 2. Nitrox doesn't die. Hev does. So we end up using one of the bigger ults in the game for a 1-for-1 trade. Not ideal, I will say. I don't think Choice Tier 1's ultimates have inspired a lot. They have been more assassin than lit, I'll put it that way. Tama gets his one. And while this fight in the backline is happening, it could be the end of the road here for Waspo now. Vision Esports able to take the 3-1. Not put under too much stress off that map number 1. And they'll get another win in FACEIT League. Going up to, what are they even on now? Let's find out. 6-0. Having an incredibly strong performance. Lovely work there from the Genji play. We can see it one more time. Right. Thanks so much for everyone for tuning in to the stream. Hope you all had a pretty great time. We'll see if I stream tomorrow. I don't know if I will or won't, but, you know. It's a coin flip, realistically. Depends on if I've got stuff to do or not. But been really enjoying the FACEIT streams. Really enjoying all the support for them. Hope everybody's had a fantastic time, and I think I'll just close out. Adios, folks. Peace.